So, I'm sure we've all played Theory of Everything 2, right? But have you ever played Toe 3 or Toe 4? Or maybe Theory of Firepower,
Easy Toe
3, but the other one. Yeah, there are a surprising amount of Toe 2 remakes. And today, I want to find out why there are so many, and are they any good? Let's find out. So I think before we get into the remakes, I want to revisit the original level itself, Theory of Everything 2. Oh, what an absolute classic, dude. I think this is probably like my favorite main Rob Top level, not gonna lie. It's just the gameplay is super fun, and the deco's like very, I don't know, it's very just 1.9, right? This level felt like a huge step up from Clubstep just because of a lot of the speed changes, and it feels a bit more confusing, even though Clubstep's already kind of memory-based, right? This ship part took me so long to get used to, oh my god. I don't know, a lot of the parts in this level just feel super iconic. Like, that guy right there, he's just there, he just exists, and everyone knows that he's there, everyone remembers him. And the first memory ball maze, who can forget, bro, oh my god. And of course, probably the most iconic ship part in any of the main Rob Top levels, because it's apparently hard. I don't know, that seemed pretty easy to me. No, that part was definitely hard when I first beat this level, dude. Doosh, there it is, Theory of Everything 2. I remember this level very well, and I have very, very fond memories trying to beat this. And that's probably why there's so many remakes of it. I don't know, well, let's see. I've got quite a few levels here saved that I want to play through. The first of which being Easy Toe 2 by Sonics. You can see I put... Oh no, I put 232 attempts into this level, only to get 53% in normal mode. And as you can see, I don't have the orbs from this, so I did this before 2.1, which is actually kind of funny, not gonna lie. Oh, okay, so this seems like it's actually very different to original Toe 2. It's not just like Toe 2 nerfed, right? Oh, what? There's a wave part here. Oh, that's weird. Okay. I remember grinding this level for so long. This was probably one of the first, like, non-main levels I properly put a lot of time into. It's just like electrodynamics, what? Yeah, this is really weird because it doesn't even feel like Theory of Everything 2. Oh my god. New best, let's go. I've never seen this. Okay, well, no, I would have seen this part of the level before because I played in practice mode, but like, not for a long time, dude. Oh my god, why is it so quick? What is this? Why is that just cut off? Oh my god, I have so many questions, bro. The block transitions? Okay, this part actually goes hard. What the hell? And then that's the end of the level. That was, I wouldn't really call that a Toe 2 remake, funnily enough, but I wanted to include it just for old time's sake, really. I think the next one I want to do is probably Theory of Skrillex. This is a classic. I tried to go for this quite a long time ago, but never ended up doing it. And this level was very, very popular back in like 1.9, dude. This was a very popular level by the all-famous Noobas, who definitely wasn't a hacker, it turned out. Yeah, top players turning out to be hackers is certainly not a new thing, I can tell you that. Oh, wow, okay. I think you gotta hold out of that. Yeah, because otherwise, if you click too early, you just hit the blue jump orb, but if you click too late, you die to that spike. Yeah, so you gotta hold out of that pink orb. Okay, that's interesting. I actually kind of like these black, like, backing bits to the speed change. I think that's interesting. I've never seen, like, another 1.9 level do that, really. This, like, gameplay always confused me big time, because I was like, this doesn't seem that hard. Oh, we've got a duel here. Wait. I seem to remember this being physically impossible on 240 Hz. I might be wrong. We'll see. Oh, that is really weird and really awkward. Oh, man. Okay, how do I want to do that then? You gotta like click that super late like that. Oh, and this was the part that was in the Ultimate Demon mix, I think. Yeah. Oh, this part. I think that's meant to be inconsistent. I don't remember. Seems to work for me. I don't know. Okay, hi. So editing me here. I've just had a look in the Ultimate Demon mix and the gameplay is actually slightly different. You can see that it looks pretty much the same, right? But there's one key difference. If I go right here and open the hitboxes, you can see this is a slope. In the actual Theory of Skrillex, it's actually a full block, even though it just looks like a slope. And you'd think that would make it really weird, but it actually completely fixes it and makes it super consistent. Because the issue with that slope is that you'd like kind of slide off it differently and you wouldn't always make it up there. I don't know, it made it really weird to try and beat. Okay, this wave part actually goes really, really hard. This looks awesome, dude. This definitely has like kind of Theory of Everything 2 feeling, but not too much to be honest. What the hell? That was a quick style change. It's just like Death Moon type deal all of a sudden. Okay, this feels very Theory of Everything 2 now. Cool. Oh, and that's the end of the level. Okay, this doesn't seem too bad. And it actually seems kind of fun as well, question mark. I actually kind of like this level. I was expecting this to be like the one that I dislike the most. That's why I was getting it out of the way first. But like, other than the dodgy duel at the start, this honestly doesn't seem that bad. Not gonna lie, I remember this being a lot more like heavily inspired by Toe 2 than I feel like it actually is. This feels like it's its own unique level that kind of does its own thing, right? And a pretty good level at that, actually. I wasn't expecting this to be as good as it is, you know? Dude, if I die there from 0, I'm actually gonna cry. Oh god, now I gotta learn the duel. I think I found the strat. Okay, I don't even need to click that if I buffer that. And then I can just click those. Yes! That was the most convoluted duel I think I've ever had to do, dude. Alright, well, if you want to beat it for yourself, let me give you a quick little tutorial. So what you want to do is you want to buffer these 2 orbs before you actually get to the orb. Just start holding it, just like that. And then you want to click these 2 pink orbs pretty late. And then you want to go here, buffer this yellow orb, and then just wait. There we go. And then you just want to buffer this yellow orb as well. And then buffer that yellow orb as well, and then you just want to click that a little bit late, and then click that wherever, and then you're good. That concludes my tutorial. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and like and subscribe, please. Thank you, smiley face. Alright, I think I'm just going to go from 0 and try and learn the pre-drop as I go along, because I don't think it'll take that long. Alright, so I want to talk about my experience with this level while showing the new best, instead of just like, oh my god, I got 4%, no way. So yeah, because I haven't learnt the pre-drop yet, I essentially spent a lot of time going from 0 just trying to get past the pre-drop. It took a while to fully memorize it, but once I did and started getting to the drop a little bit more often, I started making a little bit more progress. Most of the difficulty I found with this level was just trying to remember everything to do. There were so many points that I got to where I just completely forgot I needed to click an orb or needed to jump somewhere and just died purely based off that. Except for when I died to this bug at 43%. And then died there again. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, there's a couple bugs that I did end up dying to in this level, but I wouldn't call it a super buggy level overall. But eventually I got around those bugs, and after getting past 50%, it was pretty much over. The second half of this level is very like wave and ship skill based, so I didn't find it too difficult to like memorize everything you had to do. I was a bit worried I died at 98% like I did in practice mode, but thankfully I managed to avoid that. Nice, okay. So yeah, that was Theory of Skrillex by Nubas. Overall, not the most toe-to feeling level of all time. It definitely had a couple parts that were reminiscent of the original, but I don't feel like this is a remake. I think it just kind of uses that naming scheme, which I think will be the case for another level in this list. But before we get there, I think we should play one that is actually very reminiscent of Toe-2, and that is Death Theory. Yeah, this is Theory of Everything too. It's crazy how levels like this, this was even featured. This was like the full seal of approval. This was the most approval you could get from RobTop back in 1.9, which is kind of crazy. Man, and oh my, what? Oh, you go under there, okay. What I was about to say is the deco in this is very, very, like, pretty much identical to Toe-2, which I find interesting that this got, like, featured, you know? So much discussion about, like, stolen deco nowadays. Yeah. Oh, that was a nice UFO part. I liked that, actually. How did I sight read that? What? I didn't even mean to do that, but I like, almost did that entire memory part without, like, memorizing it. Like, you got a triple spike here, but then you just have like the lamest club step monster of all time. Like, bro got done dirty. God damn, dude. Doesn't have the same essence to it, unfortunately. That part, yeah. I mean, it's definitely control ship, and it's hard, but it doesn't have the same feel. Yeah, I think that might be just a 60 hertz thing. I might have to play this on 60. Ah, dude. Man, this UFO seems really hard. What? This UFO was free as in Toe-2, but now it's like actually hard? Okay. What did they do to my boy? They fully turned him into a slope. Alright, well yeah, this is definitely just Theory of Everything 2, but different gameplay. Big contrast to Theory of Skrillex, I'm not gonna lie, this is a lot less original, but it doesn't seem too bad so far. But the thing with levels like this is like entirely judged on the gameplay at this point, because the deco is quite literally not original in the slightest. Nothing to really note on the deco department, but in terms of gameplay, like that's what we're really looking at here, you know? Okay, that was a pretty good run. 56 to 100, hell yeah. Getting there, getting there. I don't feel like 60 hertz is too bad. Like, I can beat this on 60 without too much trouble, I don't think. It is only a medium demon after all. Medium demons can sometimes be hard though, man. Took me like an hour to beat Theory of Skrillex, so I don't want to underestimate this level, but yeah, I think I got this. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, playing this level from 0 was a very interesting experience because the pre-drop I got down very, very quickly. It was a little bit of memorization, but really not too bad. But I think Xenthic Alpha must have been an absolute god at UFO, because every time the UFO is on the screen, it is just the most difficult part of all time. This UFO part here, I spent most of my attempts in. It was horrible. Most of the rest of the level isn't too bad, but obviously take away some points because of the fact I had to play it on 60. That kind of is annoying. Wasn't too much harder considering a lot of the ship parts aren't too bad, but I still did die to them a few times, and I would have preferred to play on a higher refresh rate, obviously. But aside from the unreasonably hard first UFO part, the rest of the level really wasn't too bad. It felt very on par for medium or maybe even easy demon. There were a couple choke points and stupid spikes here and there, but for the most part, it was a pretty fun level actually. It just kind of sucked from zero. And while I did fluke the last UFO, it didn't stop me from dying at the end a couple times. Bro! No! You idiot, dude! You idiot! No! Nice. Okay, finally, dude. Oh my god, I got a star achievement. No way. That's 9,000 stars. Oh my god, I didn't even realize I was close to that. Okay, cool. Free icon, I guess. Looks kind of goofy. I might stick with this one. Alright, well yeah, that was Death Theory. That took me a little bit longer than it probably should have. This level's kind of hard. But yeah, definitely pretty much like a rip-off of Toe 2. Not gonna lie. It's not really very different in the slightest. Which I guess is like what kind of happened in updates before 1.9, right? Like if you look at any 1.7 level, it just looks like electrodynamics. That only really started to change a bit later in 1.9, so I can kind of understand it, I guess, but yeah, there's a few more of them. Alright, we've got 3 hard demons left that I want to beat. Let's go with Theory of Firepower. Yeah, I've been trying to sneak in levels into this video that I've wanted to beat for ages. Theory of Skrillex being one of them, and Theory of Firepower being the other one. So let's play this. Who's from 2021? Not me. Alright, so this is a hard demon, so it's probably going to be a bit of a step up from what we've played so far, but that's alright. Oh my god, what is this? Yeah, okay, this isn't going to be a just play from zero and pray type of deal. This is like, I have to memorize this, dude. So far, this seems a lot more like Toe 2 inspired than Theory of Skrillex did, but it's got its own thing going, you know? It's not like a complete ripoff like Death Theory. Get on it. Boom in it. Hey, Theory of Skrillex UFO, let's go. This is like both inspired by Toe 2 and I guess Theory of Skrillex. Oh, and then we've got the dodgy duel. Please don't be dodgy, dude, please. Yo, I love the slopes. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, okay, this part feels a lot more Theory of Skrillex than it does Theory of Everything 2, not gonna lie. Also, it's just got like random black orbs in here. Like, I guess this was updated in 2.1, right? Or 2021 it was updated, I guess. Ooh, those pulses were kind of nice. No, mirror portal, why, dude? Damn, dude. The style shift is crazy. We just entered Forbidden Isle, it looks like. You have to bump your head on the roof there. I think that's kind of neat, actually. I like that. Dorami. Okay, that's the end of the level. Yeah, this doesn't seem too bad. Just a lot of memorization, like probably about the same difficulty as Theory of Skrillex. You just have to memorize a lot more, right? Could be very much wrong with that, but we'll see. This is cool. Once again, though, it doesn't really feel like Theory of Everything 2. Like, it's not the most faithful level. It just kind of takes the naming scheme, I think. This part even, like, feels more like Clubstep than Toe 2, dude. The thing with trying to discern, like, how inspired by Toe 2 these levels are, is that they're kind of just, like, 1.9 levels, right? So I don't know whether something is like, is this inspired by Toe 2, or is this literally just because this is a 1.9 level? Like, a lot of the things in this level, like this wave part kind of looks like one wave part in Toe 2, but also it is literally just like a very common 1.9 structure to make. So like, is it just because it's a 1.9 level? I don't know, dude. This level is definitely a pretty big step up from Theory of Skrillex. It kind of has the same structure, like very similar, like kind of memorization first 50%, which took quite a while to get used to in this because it's a lot more intense than Theory of Skrillex. But also the second half becomes a lot more skill based, and in this level actually gets a lot easier. Still didn't stop me from dying there though. Similar to Theory of Skrillex, the duel was very dodgy and I spent a lot of attempts there. It took me quite a while to finally get over that and never really got fully consistent, which I think is the biggest issue with this level. A lot of this level isn't very consistent at all. It's very like memorization based, and some of it is consistent, but a lot of it is just like you have to just keep trying until you eventually kind of get lucky with it, right? Not to mention the like blind orb timings and stuff you have to deal with. I don't know, it's a bit of a pain in that regard. But honestly, once you get past the 60% barrier, the level becomes a lot easier in my opinion. Just a lot more like skill-based parts, which I still did die to quite a few times, but not nearly as many times as the beginning. I reckon the first half of this level is very insane demon difficulty, but after that, it kind of gets a lot easier. Still died to the end though. No, what? I'm actually so done. Finally, dude. Oh my god. I'm so over this level. So over it. Oh, that took a lot longer than it should have. I said that for the last level, but this time I mean it, dude. Almost 1,300 attempts. I spent 2 less attempts on this than I did on the top 50 insane demon, just for reference. My god. Alright, well, for the next one, I think I might do another Toe 2 clone. Yep, we're doing Toe 3. Not to be confused with Toe 3, which is also a hard demon. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be my favorite level in the game. We'll see. So far, this has a little bit of creativity in it. You know, it's got different colors. At least the colors actually match the jump orbs. That's something you don't see very often, I feel like. That's kind of neat. I can appreciate that. Okay, that can kill you, apparently. That's not going to get annoying at all. That flows very nicely, actually. I'm a bit of a fan of that shit part, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, this seems a bit easier. This seems a little bit easier than Death Theory. This is, like, not as much death, you know? It also has some structures in there with some invisible blocks. This has some, like, unique designs in here. It's, like, very, obviously, very Theory of Everything 2 inspired. But at least it's not, like, a complete direct ripoff, you know? The saw blades on the edges makes that part so much scarier, dude. What? I don't know how you get that coin up there. It's not verified, so I guess this was updated in 2.0, which makes sense. Oh my god. I'm not the biggest fan of blocks just kind of chilling there, I'm not gonna lie. Like, invisible blocks just kind of sitting there. That was done a lot in, like, Infinite Circles, which I really didn't like when I beat that. Whoa, that's hard, actually. What? That's actually really difficult. What? Okay, so you gotta, like, boom, 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 and then land on the edge of that. And then a quad spike. Okay. I can fall off a block or something, right? Yes. Oh, and then we got reverse portals. Oh, no. I'm terrified, dude. Okay, it's not too bad. If you're going for this as a hardest, that would be difficult, but I feel like I'd be alright with that. Oh, that's kind of difficult. It's not difficult in the fact that it's tight, because, I mean, look at this. This isn't very tight, but it's a very awkward click pattern, right? Oh, and of course, reverse portals. What? Those double spike jumps, bro. Evil. Yeah, this is, like, obviously very, like, as I've said, very inspired by Toe 2, but has a lot more, like, of its own... I was about to say personality. It's got a lot more of its own identity outside of just, like, being a Toe 2 ripoff, like I feel like Death Theory was, right? Like, this part with the black clouds is very interesting. This feels very different to anything seen in Toe 2, right? Oh my god, this is fast as hell. Oh my god, it's upside down. Colorful. This is kind of cool, actually. This is a lot better than I thought it would be, I'm not gonna lie. After Death Theory, I didn't have very high hopes for this level, but this is quite cool, actually. Now just to see if it's enjoyable. Yes, you never truly know your experience until you start going from zero, but honestly, my experience with this level was not too bad at all. It had a couple, like, weird points, especially that, like, bug right before the drop. I kind of avoid it in this attempt here, but yeah, that death killed me a lot of times. I died to that heaps of times. But other than that, the balancing is honestly pretty decent. It reminds me a lot of just Toe 2 original balancing in the first place. It feels like Theory of Everything 2, but everything's harder, and it has like some more unique twist to it, obviously, right? Which is a very nice contrast compared to Death Theory with those UFO parts. Ugh. Actually horrible, but yeah, this level wasn't too bad. I found it quite fun. It's not perfect by any stretch. There's a lot of things I really didn't like about it. Some of the memory felt like a bit stupid, and some of the wave parts, like the portals in them, I kind of died to some of the like reverse portals to dumb stuff quite a few times, and there are a few issues like that, but overall I really enjoyed the level, and as soon as I got past the 60% mark, I went straight to the end. Nice! Fluke from 59, I think. That didn't take me too long, actually. Only a little bit more than Death Theory, which I think is kind of interesting. Alright, well that was Toe 3. I think that's very similar to Toe 2, but not a clone. It's kind of like, does a bit more than just takes inspiration from it. I'd say that like the other like Theory of Blank levels took inspiration more. This does feel like a direct descendant of Toe 2, but like a little bit different. Experiments a little bit more with color, which I think is really cool, especially since 1.9 is the update, which added more color channels, right? I don't know. I'm a fan of this level. I think it's cool. All right, and that leaves us with one more level for today. Another Dorami level. Oh god. Theory of Insomnia. I actually don't know if this is going to be good or bad. I have not seen this at all. I literally saw this first quad spike and was like, yeah, let's play this one. Probably not a great idea since it's a quad spike, but we'll see how it is. Are they They are real spikes. What? Okay, it's actually not that hard, but it looks difficult. Oh, of course, dude, the classic. Just being able to land on random objects. Yep, that seems about right. Okay, so far does not seem like Toe 2 at all. This is very different to Toe 2, actually. Very memorization based, but what else would you expect, to be fair? Whoa, whoa, okay, that's tight. What? Okay, I gotta get my brain into, like, hard demon mode, because that's actually not too bad. It's just, like, hard demon difficulty, right? Yeah, this feels not at all like Toe 2. So this, I guess, just takes a naming scheme. Alright, sure. Oh, okay, this part's kind of like Toe 2. I see the resemblance. What is going on, dude? Oh my god, so much memory involved with these stupid levels. Ugh. Oh my god! Now, Mirror Portal. Okay, this seems very familiar. Theory of Firepower, anyone? Cataclysm. Okay. Okay, this isn't really Cataclysm. It kind of feels like Cataclysm for some reason, though. Why does this feel like Cata? Straight fly? Oh my god! UFO spam. This is certainly an interesting level. This is very detached from Theory of Everything 2, though. Like, other than that one part that might have been inspired by it. But again, like I said earlier in the video, it's hard to tell, like, is it inspired or is it just a 1.9 level? Alright, this feels like it's going to be a very similar process to the rest of the level. Just, like, slowly learn the whole thing until you can, like, eventually do it. Okay, so you know what? I've done 35 to 100, which is dropped to 100 at this point. And I rate this level, actually. Obviously, like, I don't really know what the experience is fully going to be like until I go from 0, but just like the fact that this has really difficult ship parts and some fairly difficult wave parts, but also has some really hard memory as well, is really, really cool. You either usually see like one or the other. Because I wouldn't call this a memory level and I wouldn't call this a ship level. Like you've got like these ship parts which are quite tough, right? This is genuinely kind of difficult ship parts for like a hard demon, right? And then you got this part which is like actually quite difficult memory. Like I'm struggling with this a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And this level has like stuff like that where you have to hold instead of like clicking an orb, and it has it later in the level. Hang on, let me get there real quick. In this part here, like if I go over to about here, it's got that, and then this, you can't click that blue orb, you have to hold out of that pink orb right there. Hold, and then like that, right? And then you gotta jump right after that. So it's like actually quite difficult to remember to do that little extra bit, you know? I keep forgetting that. And I genuinely think that more just like normal levels should have like memory parts in it like that, just to test that extra little bit. Because it's not too difficult to learn like a single memory part, right? But it's just like good to have that extra little test in there, you know? I don't know, I feel like you don't see that as often as you should. Alright, and going from 0 here, this was actually a surprisingly really fun level. I didn't expect to enjoy this as much as I did, but as soon as I like finally got over the hump of learning everything, which I did have to hop straight back into practice to practice the beginning, but after doing that and after learning the beginning of the level, I did die a few more times to the beginning, but after I got past 20%, I ended up just absolutely blasting through the level because a lot of it is very skill based. Like there's a lot of ship parts, a lot of wave parts that are like not very memory focused, but then the memory focused parts are like really, really intense. So you have to like put a lot of effort into properly learning them, right? So you don't really end up in that awkward middle ground where you like don't quite practice a part as much as you should because you kind of underestimate how difficult it is and you end up forgetting things, right? That doesn't really happen with this level. So I ended up having a really, really good experience with this. Very, very smooth completion process until I ended up dying at 80%. But after I got past that, I ended up beating it fairly quickly. This really didn't take much time at all. God damn, that was quick. Okay. That took about half the amount of time as all of the other hard demons I've beaten, and even some of the medium demons. Yeah, I beat this really, really quickly, and I think that's mainly because it's a really fun level. I really liked this, dude. There's no bugs or funny business or anything going on. It's just pure skill and then pure memory shoved into one level. I actually recommend this one. It's kind of funny that the level that is least like Toe 2 is the most fun out of all these levels, but you know, it's fine. I don't know, it's interesting that some of these just kind of took the naming scheme and did their own thing, while some of them really based themselves around Toe 2. But yeah, I don't know. I had a really good time beating these, and thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of the new kind of format with the completions and stuff. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't, I don't know. Let me know what you thought of it. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thank you to all the members, as always, really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later.